cannot run on its own with students, just directors. We're thrilled that we've got our director of SOTA, the School of the Arts, Dr. Megan Sears is here. Give us a wave, Dr. Sears, right over here by the list. We've also got our department chair, Dr. Whitney O'Neill here. And there's Eden right there. Hey, Eden. And I saw Dr. Jordan Red right here by the podium, our assistant department chair. These people are always working behind the scenes to make things easier and better, more conducive for the students to get the job done. Also, we've got, where's Dr. Tracy Wiggins? Probably with the percussion section. There's Dr. Wiggins right out here behind the bass drum. He's our assistant director of band, runs all things percussion. We've got a new face with us this year, Mr. Devin Underwood, running the brass line. Here he is, right here in front of the sound booth. Devin is a graduate of the University of North Alabama. He was a trumpet section leader and a soloist, and went out to New Mexico and got more smart. Got a lot of degrees out there. We're so thrilled when he stepped in this year to help us out. And then Dr. Amy Jones is over here by the other podium. She runs our auxiliary. All right, man, we're going to set up at letter J and work the part of the opener that I changed this morning in the drill. Got it? Let's go set up at letter J. That's the last move of the opener. Explain it as you run out there. So I thought we would take a minute just to show you how we do what we do, because literally I did change the drill this morning. We've lost some practice time on this field to rain one night. We've lost several days practice time on this field to the heat, just simply because we can't come out here that long in the heat of the day. And then we lost some time just to some scheduling conflicts. This is really not our field. This is the intramural field here at UNA. And so we're just thrilled that we can practice on it. It's so close to the band room, and it has restrooms. We're thrilled about that too. And lights come out at night during camp. All right, so woodwinds. This is the squared off set. We play the woodwind feature, and we're about to go to the last set, the one you learned this morning. That's what we're going to march to. We're going to march to the last set. Don't get in the last set. We're going to march to it. I literally made drill changes for the 56 woodwinds and for the 55 auxiliary members this morning. So 111, if my math is right, 111 people got to learn new drill this morning, and I'm sure they were thrilled with me, but it made it better for them at the end. All right, so does everybody know where we're starting? So this is typically how we will learn new drill. Let's take it down tempo first. Yep, straight line linettes going to what we call the E-ball. Let's take it down tempo first, march it and sing it, and if we do well, we'll pull the tempo up. All right, with that. All right, check your feet, check your alignment. All right, let's do that again. Reset. At times, our section leaders will call silent rehearsals. The band just moves and doesn't talk. It becomes all about, can you listen, can you watch, can you get better? Here we go, set. Better. Let's check that alignment again. All right, let's reset, pull the tempo up. Check it out. Check your feet. Check the alignment. Are y'all ready to play this? All right, let's take it back. One line's in on this run. Let's just play it to the end. Play it all the way out. Real move plus the ending. Not bad, not bad. Check out your feet. All right, now let's go. Are y'all comfortable with that auxiliary? That get y'all comfortable? Let's go to the end of the intro. So that's the big wedge over here with the horn line. Auxiliary, you will have just finished skirt dance. Let's don't do skirts until we do a full run. Got it? All right, let's go to the end of the intro. Letter G. They're being on very good behavior tonight. That's right. All right, so once we get them all set, typically we will review all the maneuvers by going set to set so they can remember exactly where they're supposed to be. But Aiden, if you will lead them through, let's let our auxiliary get set. This is the biggest third thing to get. This is the first one. This is at the end of the intro. I've just finished the skirt eight. Skirt eight. We there? All right. One set at a time. Take them all the way to the end. All right, let's stop on that 16. Reset. There you go. All right, is this another 16? That? Up here, 16, hole 32. Remember the 2, 3, 4 on the end. All right, next move. What we got, Aiden? What's the phrase? Is it 12 and then a new phrase? Okay, 12. Here we go. Let's reset.
Oh, I see him now.
Gotta be sure you start at the right spot. Those were out there this morning, 8 steps apart. There you go. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, going on. next, brass? 8.5 steps back. Plus a hold, correct? All right, next phrase. All right, and that's the move that we worked earlier. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, folks. What I want you to do is get some water, go to the top of the show. Drink some water, go to the top of the show. So our show this year is entitled Big Apple. Not the Big Apple, just Big Apple. That's what the students wanted to call it. And so, of course, it has to do with New York and music, iconic music that's associated with New York. So you will hear a lot of quotes. Front Ensemble will give you a lot of quotes from the Broadway show that's so popular right now, Wicked. That's what it is, Wicked. So it starts with a lot of music from Wicked, but you will hear quotes from Give My Regards to Broadway and quotes from New York, New York. All different types of quotes, even the bell chimes from Times Square are in this introduction. And then the horn line will turn around and they will play Leonard Bernstein's New York, New York, the wonderful town. That'll be the opening statement. And of course, the music that you've been listening to as we practice this opener is also from Leonard Bernstein's A Wonderful Town. There's a New York, New York in that show as well. And so that's what comprises the opening of the show. So we're going to get them set up. Get them all back in their places, and they're going to perform for you, marching and playing, the opener of the show. Now, the writing of this show is threefold. I write the horn line part, and then those parts go to our percussionist, Dr. Tracy Wiggins, and Mr. Jack Albert. I don't think I introduced Jack earlier. Where are you, Jack? Right back there in the back. Jack Albert with our battery. Jack is also a product of UNA, and then he went and taught at Sparkman High School and won numerous championships over there. And he is so busy writing and consulting and telling people how smart he is that he now comes and works with our guys too. We're very grateful. So he will write the field percussion, and Dr. Wiggins writes the sideline percussion. And then we have it all together, and then we'll go back and erase everything and make changes. All right, band, are you ready? All right, these people have been sitting out here for a long time, hot and sweaty. They're ready to see a show. Are we good? Let's show them what we got. Here we go. Set. right, folks, relax. Relax. Now, while y'all go get some water and let's set up to do the production, I'll tell them all about the production. So, Ben, here we go. Go get you some water. And take your water back out there, one line and battery, so you'll have it with you the whole time.
I was kind of wondering. Oh. Oh, okay. I was just checking. Yeah, she doesn't. Oh no, yesterday.
There we are. All right, while they get set up, I want to tell you a little bit about the production of the show. It's going to feature all of the auxiliary units, starting with the color guard. Their tune is Empire State of Mind, recorded by Alicia Keys, and who was that? JZ. I called him JT earlier. JZ. Okay. I said, yeah, JT lives up the street from me at my house. The big hit about 10 or 12 years ago, that will feature our color guard. And once they're done, we will stop and reset so you can see all of the groups. Now, color guard is being run by Miranda Haycock from Russell, Alabama. Where's Miranda? There's Miranda right over there. We've got Maddie Shelton from Trinity, Alabama, right here in the middle. Stand up, Maddie. Oh, you are? Okay, okay. If you've seen the magazine Flow, Maddie is the, what is it, the editor? The chief editor? Editor-in-chief? She's a big dog with that magazine. One of them just came out today. I saw a picture of it. We've also got Michaela Bryant. There's Michaela right over there from, I'm going to say Susan Moore. Yep, Susan Moore High School. And then we've got Carrie Ann Crane. Where's Carrie? There's Carrie Ann right in the middle. Carrie Ann is from St. Clair County. So these young ladies work with the color guard, clean the color guard. So we're going to play Empire State of Mind. Here we go. All right, that was our transition. Majorettes, y'all go ahead. Oh, you're already set up. Yeah. That was our transition to get us to the majorette feature. Now, what you heard in the transition was a little bit of On Broadway, a little bit of Take the A Train, written by Billy Strayhorn, who was in the Duke Ellington Band. Really iconic tune with the Duke Ellington Orchestra. And then a little bit of Harlem Nocturne, which the A Train actually goes to Harlem. So that's why they take the A Train. Harlem Nocturne, of course, written by Earl Hagen. I was just watching the Andy Griffith show last night, and he wrote the theme to Andy Griffith also. He was a TV writer. So now we've got our majorettes over here on the stage right to your left, and they are doing a tune from the musical Hairspray called Just Can't Find the Beat. I mean, just can't stop the beat. Just can't stop the beat. All right, so we're going to kick them into that. The UNA majorettes, ladies and gentlemen. Majorettes.
Yeah.
There they are. The majorettes being headed up by Alyssa Smith. Give us a wave, Alyssa. Yeah, and Ashley Davis. Those are our captains this year. Now we do a transition in the middle that is associated with the tune Birdland, of course, a big jazz club in New York. And the group Weather Report did a tune about Birdland back in the 70s. Quickly became a jazz kind of a fusion hit and was very iconic. So it's going to feature all the groups. We've got rifles back on the field. That's new this year, the rifle line. We've got color, we've got linettes, we've got majorettes, and it features each of the brass sections. So it starts with a tuba feature, goes to a baritone, then the mellophone, and then trumpet features. And this will be the big transition that leads us to the linette feature in just a moment. Here we are on Birdland. And there's Birdland. That's Brady Rinshaw getting featured on High G there. All right, and this leads us to the ending part of our production, which features the linettes dance line. We're our linette captains. This year we've got Reagan Hathaway returning right there in the middle. We've got Anna Grace Williams right over there on the end. Now we've also got Juliana Peters. Where's Juliana? Oh, there she is. Juliana has a boot on her foot. We had an imposter on the band field, and Juliana took care of that for us and injured that foot. But she'll be back in there in another week. So the culmination of the production is, of course, New York, made famous by Frank Sinatra. So now we're going to play that for you, featuring the UNA Lionettes. stay there. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Sure. All right, now let's set up for the pregame. I guess we need to drink some water and pull the water off the field, don't we? And go back to the pregame, and we'll play the pregame for these kind of folks. The rest of the show, which we've not started learning yet, is a closer based around the music from Wicked, and then also the music from Hamilton. My Shot from Hamilton is the big percussion feature, and it goes back into more material from Wicked. Y'all go get you some water and bring the water off there. And then let's set back up because we're going to march and spell out UNA Lions if we can remember how to spell. So Harline, drink some water, place it on the sidelines, and then we'll do the pregame for these folks. You can place it in the back if you need to, that's fine. So if you're planning on following the UNA band this fall, we start our season on September 13th with a home game right here at Brawley Stadium. It'll be the last year we think in Brawley Stadium, so it's fairly historic. The stadium was built in 1926. It's had many renovations since then. And UNA has been playing in that stadium since 1949 when they brought football back to the campus after World War II, and that was the same year they started the marching band. And so we've just finished celebrating our 75th anniversary. That was a momentous year, but this one's going to be even more momentous because we've got even better people in the band and just great students to work with. We've got, on September 20th, we go to the Rocket City Marching Contest in Madison, and we also go to Russellville. September 27th, you can catch the band at a dinner break performance in Gadsden and an end of the show performance in Albertville on the eastern side of the state. On October 4th, we'll be performing at a UNA home game, and then after the game, we'll go over to Tuscumbia and perform at Deshler High School at a big marching contest there. No, I'm sorry. The 4th is, yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's not a home game. The 4th is Hewitt Trustwell in Deshler. That's what that is, down in Birmingham in Deshler. And then on the 11th, we play a home game. And then we'll leave after the home game and travel down to Phil Campbell, Alabama, and play at a big marching contest there. That contest is interesting to me that it really has a lot of smaller bands at it that are very competitive, and a lot of the students in our band come from smaller high school bands, which is perfectly fine. They have great experiences. Then on the 18th is homecoming and TBI at Russell Shoals. On the 25th, we'll be at Athens and Mud Creek. And then in November, I think we have, is it one home game or two? Two home games in November, and then we go to this little parade in New York called the Macy's Parade. All right, so y'all, let's start pre-split facing backfield, and let's just go straight through the pregame show. You'll go off at Eli. Yeah. Yeah, oh, thank you so much. November 7th, downtown, that's First Fridays in Florence. We will be practicing our Macy's material on the street in downtown Florence. We're doing 3 performances there. So if you get off work and you come into town to see your kids perform, that would be a great place to do it. Because when you're in New York, the only people where the TV cameras are the TV cameras in Herald Square and the Macy's executives at Herald Square. You actually get to see that performance that you see on TV in Florence on November 7th. All right, we ready for the pregame? All right, here we go. And in case you can't see that, that spells out your main line. And at this point, we would normally march down the field, but we don't have quite enough field. So we're just going to play the fight song as if we're running the team on from right here. Let's just do the pregame fight song. All right.
Yeah.
We invite you to come out and support the United football team this fall. And let's gather up behind the film ensemble for a battle here before we go. Come on up here. Come on up, horn line. Come on up, drum line. Lineheads, majors, y'all can move right to the edge of the pit there. Go to the left and right of the pit. Lineheads, majorettes, then you create a little room for the horn line. Come on up, horn line. Come on up. Come to 8 steps off. There you go, Colin. Keep coming. There it is. 8 steps off. Now, this is the most requested tune that we have in our repertoire. It's been that way since 2003. And it's just a chorale based on the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And so we want to play that for y'all this evening before we go. Horn line, let's be sure we're not playing across the band. Point your horns into the audience. That's who team to hear you. And then let's connect to the rest of the horn line. Now we're going to connect to the trumpet. There you go. There you go. All right, let's play them a battle hymn before we leave. Folks, I want to thank you again for coming out and supporting these students. When people ask me what it's like directing a Division I band, I said it's great. You get to spend time with the nicest people on the campus every single day. I get to see them more than any other professor and more than most of you get to see them. I get to see them for an hour and a half every day, and I tell you, they're quality people. They're majoring in every degree field there is on campus. Most of these kids are not music majors, but we have a really healthy amount of music majors. And we're thrilled that they're all here this year to enjoy this season and end up at Macy. So let's give them one more round of applause.
Yeah.
And we're going to cap off the evening with a battle hymn. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, your marching pride.
Yeah.
Marching pride, ladies and gentlemen.